Last year, July 2024, we bought this house. It's located high in the Italian mountains in a national park in an abandoned village. But this is not the first house we bought. So what happened with the other house? December 2017, we bought this house, located much closer to the sea. This house has been the old village school and has a lot of history. I made a video about this, and if you want to check it out, I will put the link in the description. But the question remains, what happened to this house? So the objective when we bought this house is to becoming self-sufficient. We planted many fruit trees and we started a vegetable garden. We got chickens for eggs, we got some cats and a dog to protect the chicks. And of course, we had to make the house livable, because the first winter with -8 degrees Celsius, without any heating, without any hot water, was quite a challenge. So in the last couple of years we made a lot of adjustments. We made the house much prettier and we made our house much more comfortable to live in. So after all this hard work, the last couple of years, why did we buy the house in the mountains? We found this beautiful spot in the mountains with this abandoned house. And because we're always going on foraging, mushroom hunting, we had the dream to also be able to sleep in the mountains. Also, in a few years' time, the summers got hotter and hotter every year. So we thought it's a nice place to cool down in summer, and we can go foraging. We can even start a vegetable garden there with potatoes and cultivation that we can't do closer to the sea. But then we fell more and more in love with this place, and we discovered some really nice authentic neighbors. And we felt such a big attraction to be in the mountains. So the last year we tried to spend most of our time here. The last couple of months we played with the idea to sell the farm closer to the sea. As maintaining 2 houses with animals, it's quite a challenge. Luckily, my parents are spending more time here and they could help us out with the vegetable garden and the animals.
Lutje.
If you've seen my earlier videos, you know him. This is Blue. We saved him from the shelter and he's a really big sheepdog who protects the chicken. Luckily, he's also really in love with my parents, so they could take care of him. We wanted to bring him up in the mountains, but he's not a big fan of driving around. So until we didn't make a decision yet where we wanted to stay, we left it like this. Also, in the mountains, there's a big pack of wolves, so we have to make a proper fence to bring the animals up. He's such a lovely, cuddly fellow. So I hear you asking, why are we back here now? First of all, I miss my animals. And then, secondly, they predicted a really big snowfall this weekend. And my parents had to go back to Holland. Probably you have heard in my last videos that my father was not well and he had to stay in the hospital here in Italy for a while. And now they decided to go back to Holland to do his rehabilitation.
Draakje. Ga brokjes halen?
And with the forecast of heavy snowfall, we didn't want to risk not be able to going down to the animals again. Because as we are living in an abandoned village, they're not clearing out the roads at the moment. So that means we have minimum 5 kilometers of roads which we can't drive if they don't clean them. That we could risk that we couldn't go back anymore and couldn't take care of the animals. It is also amazing to be back here. We have these beautiful sunrises that come out of the sea. All these incredible colors that fill the sky. And the snow forecast was right, because there fell so much snow. It's been years that we have this heavy snowfall and so early in the year. They even opened the ski slopes. I'm harvesting some sage branches today because I have an idea to make a winter tea, which is good against colds and throat aches. We've been asked to stand on a Christmas market to sell our organic produce. So that was a nice idea to also offer some winter tea. You can even see the snow on the mountains from here. We are so privileged that we are living in a place where the mountains and the sea are so close to each other. When we moved to Italy, we were aiming for a more simple, less complicated life. Did we achieve that? Especially now we have the second house in the mountains. Didn't we make our life complicated again? To be completely honest, I can't give you an answer on this question yet. What I did discover is a simple life doesn't depend on where you live or what you do. Simplicity comes from within. Even in stressful situations. If you approach your challenges one by one, instead of wanting to solve everything in one go, life gets more simple. And if you are able to open up your eyes and see the beauty that the world has to offer you, that is a simple life. For this winter tea mixture, I also added some lemon skins. And there's still a third ingredient missing. The sage has completely dried now, and now I can blend it in small pieces for the perfect tea mixture. Oh, gezellig doen, hè? Ja. Is dit dan niet? The smell of this freshly blended herbs and fruit is amazing. Lekker? Besides the beef, which we bought from a local butcher here, the rest of the veggies are all our own produce. So I've used two types of onions, a red one and a white one. I put some bell peppers in it, some peppidew, that's a small bell pepper which is slightly spicy. Furthermore, I used carrots, I used our own passata, that's our own tomato sauce from 2 years ago, and it's still wonderful. And then I used a big garlic clove that comes from Tuscany that we are also cultivating here. And the last ingredients I will be putting in the stove are some freshly picked herbs like rosemary, sage, thyme. Oh, and I almost forgot the last one, that was laurel. And never forget to let your stew simmer in some gorgeous red wine. Ivy, kom. Ivy. Oh, je was zo lief, meisje. Je was zo lief, meisje. Je was zo lief, meisje. Oh, schatje. Oh, kusjes. Kusjes, hè? Ben je zo lief, hè? Heidi, een stukje vlees, hè? Eetzak. Hier is je eetzak, hè? The weather down here has been quite mild the last couple of days. It has been raining and it has been quite foggy. But compared to the weather up in the mountains, the snowfall has been quite extreme for this time of the year. So we made the right decision to leave our house in the mountains. This is some footage from some villages close to our house in the mountain. It is incredibly beautiful and we want to see if in the next couple of days we're going to check if we can hike to the house. The idea is to leave the car in a point where they still clean the roads and then hike towards the house. So we don't risk getting stuck in the snow with the car. So if you're curious about this experience, I will see you in the next episode. Furthermore, I'm going to finish the winter tea, which we wanted to sell in the Christmas market. And furthermore, if the weather is getting a bit better, I can show you some projects we want to finish here in our farmhouse in the meantime that we can't go back to the house in the mountains. And if you are new to our channel and you want to see our future discoveries, how we are going to cope with 2 or maybe 1 house, please subscribe.